long-term care, I think maybe a good place to start too is just back up, because a lot of people are very, very familiar with it because they've had loved ones and family members experience long-term care, but
Yeah.
there's still a segment of the population that when they hear the words long-term care, they don't know maybe exactly what that is. But long-term care is nursing home, it's memory care, it's assisted living, it's home health care. It's a whole spectrum of types of care. And Medicare doesn't cover those costs. People's individual health insurance doesn't cover that cost. So if there's not a plan in place, people are put to having to privately pay. Well, folks are not aware, but the average monthly cost right now is $7,000 a month.
Wow.
$7,000 per
Crazy.
month across the country. And I've seen folks who are paying well over $11,000, $12,000 per month,
Yeah.
based off of skilled care that may be needed for that loved one. So, and not to overwhelm with statistics, but these are important to know here, is that there is a 70% chance that we will need some form of long-term care, with the average stay being nearly 36 months. Well, you start doing some easy math here. 36 months at today's cost of $7,000 per month. That's over a $250,000 price tag for one individual. And that's today's cost. And by the way, those costs have continued to go up. So, what are some options you ask? Well, there's still the traditional long-term care insurance. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, frankly, because I don't believe it's a very popular strategy. There's very few options that exist there now. And the reason that a lot of folks don't like it as a plan is it's your use it or lose it type of strategies, right? Where if you pass away peacefully in your sleep, like we all want to do one day, the dollars that you paid or put into that plan, those premiums, those dollars are lost or kept by the insurance company. No different than our homeowner's insurance or car insurance. We have those in place, but if nothing ever happens to our home, we don't get reimbursed for all the monies that we've paid in. Well, the traditional long-term care insurance operates that same way. So really, that's not a tool that a lot of folks are even evaluating. There's some great tools that I love. I'll speak to two that I think are phenomenal. And I think a lot of times when I'm sitting with folks, or our team are sitting with folks, one of the very first strategies that we look at, it's a hybrid life with long-term care benefits. Let me break that down, Rob. So think of a combination between part life insurance and part long-term care, which means this. Let's say we can all kind of think of your typical life insurance. You pay X amount of premiums, and it buys a death benefit. Now these are permanent lifetime policies, so there's not a term on these. So these are in place for the rest of life as long as you keep them in force. But how they work from a long-term care standpoint is that sizable death benefit. So let's say a couple funds a policy that's got $300,000 worth of death benefits. Well, that $300,000 of death benefits, they can tap into that to pay for home health care, assisted living, memory care, nursing, the whole wide range of care costs. And if they pass away peacefully in their sleep, that entire death benefit pays out tax-free. So if the death benefit is $300,000 or $400,000 that they purchase, and neither of them need it, $400,000 passes on to their beneficiaries. And Rob, this, death benefits are tax-free when they pass along. So it becomes a great tax planning tool as well. Not the primary purpose, but a great secondary benefit to that. Now, on the long-term care standpoint, that same $400,000 death benefit can be used for all those care. So let's say that the husband doesn't need care, but the wife uses, say, $200,000 of the $400,000. The remaining $200,000 still passes along as a tax-free death benefit. So really like those life and long-term care policies. Now, because it is built under a life insurance type of chassis, there is health questions and qualifications. They don't make you run a 5K and do 2,000 push-ups in a row, but there are some health things that are worth evaluating. If you're out there listening, don't tune out to that. I'm telling you, I have been even somebody who's been doing this. So I've been impressed for folks who've been able to qualify for those plans. So don't dismiss it because maybe there's something that you think is maybe in your health history. I would, at the very least, get a hold of my man Rob here and let's evaluate what options may work. But often, Rob, plan A, if you will, the life and long-term care, maybe we can't qualify it for long-term care, or maybe financially that part doesn't make sense. There's annuity products out there that have long-term care benefits, and annuities often don't have any health questions associated with them. So somebody who may not be able to qualify for that, we can look at the annuity option that also provides some great resources and tools to be able to pay for long-term care. But at the same time, it also allows some great ways to be able to, for folks to grow their money when it comes to retirement.